Okay, hello one and all. I am just roughly outside of Downpat. I'll be going to somewhere that's called Fodder in the Woods. My dad's just coming along. This is apparently a food place that I've never been, so we're going to take it from there. Then we're going to go to Strangford afterwards. Woohoo! Okay, so this is what it roughly looks like. This actually looks pretty good. So it looks to be up here. We'll take it from there. So we're actually just taking a walk along for a bit. Got children down there by the looks of things on all these sort of swings. This is actually very nice. I've never ever been here. Now this isn't the first time I've done a particular video of this, because you obviously will have seen my Mount Stuart video and then my second part of my North Coast holiday when I did Glen Arms. Anyways, we're still gonna take a walk for a bit and take it from there. Check this out, this is actually cool. Look at this. There is the back of it. I literally just went through there, out that bit. This is not a bad wee spot. They've got the lake over here. There you've got the swing. Doesn't look very balanced at all, but I did actually go on that, so I miss those times. Sun was out for a little bit, had to get my sunglasses on, but we're gonna go inside and have a wee bite of something. Woohoo! Got some caramel cola here. That's very nice, that. Alright, food has just arrived. Check all of this out. Is it Robin? Hello. Just got my fries out of there. There you go. This is wonderful food. Nicely seasoned fries. Really, really, really good food. What a great spot that was. Definitely would recommend it. Got a few shops along here. So next up we're probably going to go to Strangford and go to the Cuan. So this video is pretty much just a mixture between a bit of nature and sort of a wee pub trip, you know. So that being the Cuan, of course. So I have my Game of Thrones Johnny Passport leaflet with me. Show you guys that. You've probably seen that in my North Coast videos, my two-part videos and that. And also that time whenever I was trying out the potato crisps, the Southern Irish and the Northern Irish ones. So do check that video out on my channel as well. There you've got a map here, which will lead you everywhere. Alright guys, you guessed it, not great weather, but we have just arrived in Strangford. We're just gonna take a walk for a bit. I've never actually been to Strangford on foot. I mean, of course I've been when in the car, but just not on foot before, so this is pretty nice, I think. Can hear the breeze. Alright, over there is Portaferry. So after when me and Dad have gone to the Cuan, we are going to go on the ferry from Strangford to Portaferry. So if you haven't seen my Portaferry video, check it out, where I've been to the Coach Inn bar. It's definitely a great spot. I definitely would love to do another Portaferry video again sometime, because there's a few other great pubs I've been to, like Emmy Damigan's. But we're still going to take a walk for a bit and take it from there. So right up there, I'm going to zoom in, is Lobster Pot, one of the pubs up there in Strangford. God almighty, that breeze. Anyways, up there is the Cuan, so we are going to go in there, find the Game of Thrones door and sample some Guinness. Woohoo! There's a better view of the Lobster Pot. Anyways, we're going to go inside Cuan. So they, for some reason, have hidden the Game of Thrones door. By the looks of things, it is right there. I have no idea why. But anyways, Guinness is just on its way. I just got the Guinness. I am going to let that settle as usual. 2025 glass. Not bad looking. There's the bar back there. Can probably still get it stamped anyway, even though the door's hidden, but maybe next time. Guinness is settled nicely. No bubbles in the cream head, that's always good. No greasing, that's how you do a good Guinness. Alright, we'll take a drink of that. Slant it. Probably slightly overshot that, but that's a good Guinness though. Not a bad spot. Look at that picture. This is not a bad spot. Guinness is pretty solid. Not bad shtick. Alright, trying to record in this angle because of the window being in the way. Back there is in fact the Game of Thrones door, but that is covered for some reason. I don't know why. But if I maybe find a Google image, I'll maybe show it or something if I'm not able to, but I'll see what happens anyway. But I'm gonna still try and get my passport stamped anyway. Guinness though, I think it's actually pretty good. Alright, there's my Guinness, there's all the shtick. That's a pretty good pint, I think, anyway. Yep. There we go, just got it now. So there's the hole in the wall, got an off license right there. Then if I just scroll at the top there, the hole in the wall. Public bar. And then check this out. There is also a hole in the wall up in North Belfast, I think. Maybe next time I'll go there. But looks pretty good. There we go from the other side. Gosh, now the drizzle's going over my camera. Anyway, so my dad just asked a staff member to remove the bit in front of the door, so we've got a picture of that, and eventually got mine stamped anyway, so that went all well anyway. So yeah, in Strangford you got about 3 pubs here, so got Lobster, Hole in the Wall, and then what you've seen, Cuan. And again guys, support local hospitality. Alright, so we're gonna take a walk along Strangford for a little bit, or maybe just go back to the car, and we're actually gonna go onto the ferry to Portaferry, and then we might wrap up the video. The Lobster Pot, that's what I meant, also looks pretty good, and then maybe again next time. So we're gonna go onto the ferry in a bit to Portaferry. So there's what I've got. Alrighty guys, so I am back in my house in Donegal, just back home. So yes, we did in fact get the ferry from Strangford to Portaferry, then just drove back home from there. Guys, we've seen the leaflet. Feel free to pause back in that clip if you want to have a better look at it. You may do so. I've now got 6 of the stamps, which I'm pleased with, so just 4 more left. So I was good spot. I've never actually been to Strangford on foot. I have been, of course, been driven in the car many years ago when I was a kid. but now I'm older, I've finally got to see it myself, walking it on foot. Good wee little spot. Strangford, even if it's kind of separate from Portaferry. But it actually does kind of feel as if it is the same sort of town, you know. But it's a great spot. Also a great spot going to Fodder in the woods. Have a bit of food. That was a great wee burger I've had. I know this isn't a food channel. I don't consider it a food channel, but I mostly consider it a Guinness because it is my favourite thing to sort of do while doing these travel videos is have a Guinness. But oh no, guys, that was a great trip. You know, despite the weather being up and down, but as Van Morrison would say, there'll be days like this. But you know, it's weather. That's just typical here. It's not going to kill you or anything. It's just completely normal. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing this because I love doing these videos ever since the beginning of the year. It's been a great new addition to my channel. And definitely would love to keep doing this as much as I can for as long as I can. Yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to wrap the video anyway, guys. If you're new, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share the video, notify that bell before you leave. All of my social media links are in the description below. If you're a returner, welcome back and hope you're enjoying my content so far. As always, until my next travel video, whatever, I'll see you then. Peace and Salanchit.